Hey guys, it's me Corny, and today I'll be ranking a bunch of BFDI characters, specifically 77 of them. Note, this might be controversial, so please respect my opinion. It's in the description though. Anyways, let's get to it. Alright, I just finished setting things up for the tier list. Anyways, let's get to it. Alright, so starting us off with this actually will make a lot of people mad. But Flower is my least favorite. Judging how she was in the bottom two multiple times, it was still saved over actual characters like Blocky. To be honest, it's fair she survived over Leafy by Blocky, a contestant who was second safe and then was eliminated. And Flower didn't even do anything good to begin with. She should have definitely been on Team Ice Cube. She would have been a lot more interesting on that team. I'm surprised she wasn't voted out first. Clock should have been on Ions. It would make him way more interesting in BFB. I mean, he's already amazing in BFB, but whatever. Next up, we have Black Hole. Again, another controversial one. Black Hole was the main reason his team lost in Teapot 4 and almost lost in Teapot 7. I mainly don't like him. Alright, moving on. It's hard to determine which one goes next. But I'm just going, which of these two will go next? But I'm just going to put Rocky next. He was a barf machine. I did like him during BFDI and BFDIA, but BFB he was okay. But in Teapot, he just sucks. All he is a barf machine, and like Black Hole is the main reason his team lost in an episode. But Rocky lost in Teapot 7 due to his barfing. He could have done what he did in Teapot 1. He used the barfing to his advantage. He could have sabotaged other teams. That would make him like him a lot more. He's just going to be placed here. It was too hard to determine, but loser place is here. Loser turned a bunch of goated contestants to a bunch of zombies. To a bunch of follower zombies. And he's even worse in post-split. He was egotistical, was a bland character, and pretty much did nothing for the team except for episode 8. Except for episode 18. That's the episode his team lost. Yep, I have basically nothing to say for for a loser. Price tag is up next. To be honest, price tag would be lower, but she's slowly getting better. But doesn't change the fact that she stole what Naily had. And that was the reason Naily was eliminated in Teapot 5. Next up, we have Robati. Lean Beans, sorry, but I just never liked Robati in the first place. He did nothing for his team, and he had no sense of arcs during BFB. Teapot is slowly getting better, but that's not doing much. He's placing 72nd, at least for now. X is next. And he was acting extremely bratty during some episodes. And didn't even want to try and save the show. Always was reliant on 4. Speaking of 4, I barely like 4 better than X. Only because they were at least good. During BFE pre-split, BFE post-split, 4 changed for the worst. And I think you're what I mean. AKA the final episode. To be honest, Pi just bores me. On one hand, she is a sassy character, but on another, she could just be bland and boring. I do not see Pi rejoining at all, considering how she did the pile of nothing during BFB. Leafy is next, and she's not honestly overrated as a lot of people may think that. Sure, I don't like Leafy that much, but she's not horrible, but she's not that good either. Basically, she just stole Jemima because Fire wouldn't let her in. Like Fiery said, they could have had to talk about it. Speaking of Fiery, he's next. He actually was derailed during BFB. And that was not with his arc with Leafy, with conflict with Leafy. But it was after. After that, it was just boring. As soon after BFB 24, he was eliminated instantly. Why? He's a boring character. Simple as that. Woody's next. Let's just say this. Bro's a blocky clone. Yeah, and he was trashed during BFDI. And he was good in BFB, well, at least all the way to BFB 22. When he started becoming a blocky clone. Ice Cube. Yeah, I don't like Ice Cube that much. We used lines in Teapot 7. And basically not doing much. And no, Teapot 6 is not getting Ice Cube any higher. People always just like Ice Cube just for carrying her team in BFDI 6. And no, Teapot 6 and her new lines in Teapot 5 aren't going to give her any bonus points. That doesn't excuse her for doing a pile of nothing. Thinking that Saw is a horrible character, but I don't really hate Saw that much. Sure, I don't like her, but she's not all that bad. The 8 gag was caused by 8 Ball. 8 Ball should have definitely been placed lower, but because of his arc with Golf Ball, he was placed here. He was the main reason that Saw was ruined. Saw could have made it much further in Teapot, and could have, and maybe Gady could have left. Because at the time of Teapot 4, I didn't really like Gady all that much. Yeah, let's just move on. TV is... Sure, his clips are decent, but he does nothing. And just because he did something in Teapot 5, that's not going to excuse him for doing a pile of nothing during BFB and somewhat in BFDIA. Next up, Belle is here. To be honest, after looking over Belle's character, she was bumped up a little bit. But she's not a good character at all. I don't really see the point in liking Belle in the first place because of how annoying she is and the fact she costed her team the challenge. Lynch in episode 2, I believe, of Teapot. And she's just bland. Barfag is here, basically not being much of a character. She was good during BFB with her friendship with Spongy and her rivalry with Lollipop. Teapot, she just exists. I don't really see the point of her. Bracelety is one of those characters that could have been good to give if given the chance. She had a lot of wasted potential, but I don't really see Bracelety actually becoming a fan favorite, like Lie Clocker match. Hold on, one sec. I'm gonna mute up. Alright, I'm back. Now let's get back to ranking. Next up is, again, this is also a controversial take, but Purple Face is next. You know how everyone just hates him? I don't really see the appeal anymore. He is a pretty decent character. Well, he could have became better during BFB. He was supposed to be a contestant that I knew of. He would have been a lot more interesting than he is now. Next up, we have Dora. You think Dora is good just for helping her team challenges. Nope. She's just bland. She's a bit bland and a bit boring as well. And the fact she wasn't involved in the Taco Buck arc, even though Lollipop would have left. Man, I just still don't like Dora that much. Cloudy was robbed in Teapot. Bro did nothing wrong and still outlasted Ice Cube. I don't know why. Cloudy deserved to go way further than anticipated. It's sad how Cloudy got out before he could reach his potential. But next up, it's David. Sure, he doesn't help a lot. He has an interesting personality. He was the carrier in BFB5's challenge. And pretty much the only one that did anything during the challenge. But overall, David is just an okay character. He's still better than Dora, at least 2 places higher. Pencil is next, and Pencil was just straight mean to Bubble. She was probably one of the most derailed contestants in Teapot. I mean BFB. She wasn't derailed, we wouldn't have the Fanny we would have today. Last contestant in the below average area is Bommy. He is slowly getting better, but he still needs to work on himself. If Naomi would have stayed, we could have had the friendship arc. That'll make all 3 of their characters 10 times better. Cake is an alright character. He's not the best, but certainly not the worst. But he's an alright character. Nickel is next, and he's also been improving. He's probably known as the third best or the fourth best just not character. Comes right behind him is Nelly. Sure, I did not like her puns, but other than that, she was a good character. Nelly's a good character when is a pretty solid character when she's not saying she nailed it. I definitely think she could have been better in Teapot. Flower Speaker Box is next. I know some of you are going to think, oh, Flower Speaker Box is the worst character. I don't think Flower Speaker Box is that bad. If she would have stayed, she would have lived, she would have became a much better character. A much nicer version of herself. And not go by rigging contests. I know most of you might like Lollipop, but Lollipop is an okay character. Her newbie alliance was cool, but she didn't really do anything in the original challenges. I doubt it would make such a difference if she joined BFDIA. Bubble is next, and the only reason she's higher than Lollipop is because of her BFDI and BFE pre-split self, how she was able to stand up to her for herself. But in BFE post-split, she massively dropped. Just wish she was the way she was back before BFE splitted. Donut is another character. I find okay. Sure, he didn't really have much during BFDIA. He did get development during BFB. But in Teapot, I don't know. Donut just got worse. But not to the point where worse like Black Hole, Rocky, or Pie. Remote is also a character I find alright. She definitely could have been a better character. She just just went to being boring for Teapot 2 and forward. She definitely needs at least a solid chance of rejoining, but we all know who I'm voting for. If you're subscribed to these YouTubers, Lean Beans, the OC YouTubers, you will know that that the exact person who I'm voting for. Tennis Ball is definitely gain character development. He was horrible during Teapot 5. With him always defending Tennis Ball. Always defending Golf Ball. He needs to tell Golf Ball when she's in the wrong so she can improve. Gay is a contestant who also grew on me. Sure, she isn't one of my favorites, but she is the most neutral on this list. I just wish she'd done more in the show. Because most likely she's probably going next. Or Barfbag, one of the two contestants. Robot Flower is an okay character. Sure, she wasn't good during the first few episodes of Teapot, but Teapot 7 she started to become a lot better. Like a lot better. But she's still pretty decent or alright. Grassy is also an alright contestant. He's definitely developing. Before Teapot 6, I used to absolutely despise Grassy. If he was like how he was saying just, my name is Grassy, he would be in my 5th least favorite. But since he's not doing that anymore, he's becoming a lot better contestant. Evil Leafy is next. Despite being a copy of Leafy, she could actually have potential. How she can phase through windows. Maybe Evil Leafy could become a way better character. And maybe stop eating people. Maybe that'll be the case for Evil Leafy. Lightning is also a character I find alright. His elimination was 100% unfair. Bro did not deserve to go. Lightning got eliminated before he could reach his true potential. Kind of like my favorite contestants, but we'll get to that later. Spongy is also a good contestant. he was good in BFDI, BFDIA, and BFB, but he learned to stand up for himself. And the fact that his team forgot about him, I honestly wouldn't blame him. What would you do if someone forgot about you? Exactly. Do what Spongy did. Foldy is next, and she has a lot of untapped potential. And I agree with that. Foldy is actually a pretty decent character. Could have been a way better character. But it's obvious wasted potential because Belle costed her team the challenge in Teapot 2. And I don't care what anyone says. I stand my decision that Belle is 100% staying in the dislike area. If not the dislike, then maybe the overrated area. The needle is pretty alright, to say the least. Tree is another character that is alright. He kind of dipped, but Tree kind of dipped, but he's still a pretty decent character, to say the least. Taco is next, and I'm gonna say this: she got better in post split. Wait, hold on. Yep, Taco definitely got better in post split. Swishy has some involvement in the Blocky Woody arc. Speaking of the arc, Blocky's next. Probably one of the best contestants on the have-nots. I just wished he wasn't eliminated in BFB 24. Again, Flower should have definitely left. Puffball Speaker Box was actually a good host. She's actually a great host during BFDIA. Sadly, she was broke. She was destroyed, and I'm going to give bonus points for that. Announcers next. If this were one of the speaker boxes, announcer would place second. He would have placed Steerless. He would have placed much higher if he didn't try to steal the show. That's why he massively dropped. Stapy is a pretty good character. He's a pretty great character. He cheated, but it's a game after all. Plus, Donut did the exact same thing, so why does it matter? Stapy's friendship with Marker and Foley is actually pretty good. Our speaker box is next. His hosting BFDI was alright. His BFDI self was a lot better. If BFDI wasn't put on a hiatus, he would have been placed much higher. Profile is a contestant who definitely should have had a chance. I just wished Profile had more stuff to do. Profile is a great contestant. Penn is next. A lot may see Penn is overrated, but I don't really see that. Penn is a great character. Has a friendship with a racer, and is a pretty useful contestant. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about Penn. Puffball places 24th. No, all of you probably like Puffball a lot, but I think Puffball is a great contestant. Placing 24th is a good placement for Puffball. She's improved a lot in Teapot, and I admire that. Book is next, and she's currently in the ongoing death arc in Just Not. Speaking of Just Not, they're preventing death better than Death Pact again. Book is a great character. Ruby is a contestant who probably should have joined over David. If not Ruby, then Bommy. Bommy was the first ever recommended character, so I think Bommy should have probably joined. Overall, Ruby just places here. I actually find Marker a great contestant. He improved a lot during Teapot with the whole death prevention. Even though the majority of his fan base is just Roblox fans, there's also fans that are a fan of him besides that. Yeah, Marker's a great character. Pillow is next. To be honest, I did not vote for Pillow and Just Not's elimination. But honestly find her the best on Just Not. Just by 3 placements. Good thing Pillow is the first safe on her team. Despite me voting for Book, Pillow definitely went back up there. Now, we're officially in the final 19. Snowball is next. I actually liked him ever since the very beginning. And ever since, he's an amazing character and a friendship with Coin and a rivalry with Golf Ball. Now in Teapot, he's a lot better. He's more useful. He's a lot better in challenges. And just basically does make nicer to people he formerly harmed. Like Grassy. Giant Snowball would be proud. Yep, he will be. But I'm not so sure about Lean Beans, since I kind of put Roboti as the overrated area. Teardrop is next. She's improved a lot in Teapot and has convinced me that the character ranking next is a great character. Eraser. He's an amazing character and improved a lot in Teapot. Bro is super underrated. Eraser's the definition of underrated. But there are more underrated characters. Like Golf Ball. Golf Ball improved a lot in Teapot. As you know, she was second safe at the elimination she attended to. And her BFDI 7 was just amazing. I wonder if she can survive another elimination. Fries is next. Him placing 15th. It's sad he was eliminated way too early. But Fries was a bit pushy during BFB. But has gotten a lot better as the time grew. Maybe there could be a rivalry between Fries and Golf Ball. It could happen, but I don't think it will. Maybe Tennis Ball might actually get eliminated. Or the votes could be super close. Any of them could be eliminated. Yellowface is overall just an amazing character. It's sad that he could be leaving next in BFD next to his team BFDIA. But he ain't leaving in Teapot, that's for sure. We're getting closer to our top 10. Gelatin gets 13th place. Overall, he's been amazing ever since BFDIA. He's still amazing in BFB. Maybe he could join Teapot. Who knows? Sure, Pin was derailed during Teapot, but she's been getting better. Pin was actually one of my favorites in BFB, but dropped down to here. This can be hard to determine. Bottle gets 11th place. She was actually kind of the voice of reason in Teapot 3, even though that was just abandoned. She's still a great character nonetheless. The top 10: Balloony, Basketball, Clock, Coiny, Eggy, Fanny, Lie, Match, Winner, and 2. Balloony is next. Bro has always been an amazing character, ever since the start of BFB. I just don't get why it was in the bottom 3 in BFB 10 and bottom 4 in BFB 6. And I still don't know why he was eliminated in BFB 18. Winner, you may think he's the best member on the S, but he's actually the second best member on the S. Winner is one of the contestants that has probably been one of the most proactive, and has one of the best arcs in the game right now. Two gets 7th place. Probably one of the best hosts out of all of them. He is nice and fair to the contestants. He's a mixture of 4 and X. He likes when the contestants follow the rules of challenges and is nice to them at the same time. Lai is next. Lai is also a contestant who had a lot of wasted potential, and Anush would have been good if given the chance. Now, the person in chat. Now officially, coming in 6th place is Basketball. Best member of the strongest team on Earth, Lee Beans is probably raging right now. But Basketball is just an amazing character. Has an involvement with the Winter and Clock arc, and has involvement with the robot flower arc. She's just an amazing character, and she makes inventions. Fanny's next. A contestant that used to be my all-time favorite. But that's no longer. But she is one of the best contestants, and considering being in the top 5. Overall, Fanny's just goated. Quinny comes in 4th place. Sure, just because my channel is just based on Quinny does not mean he's my favorite. The other 3 are probably just way better than him. And I could see these 3 becoming way better than Quinny. The top 3: Clock, Eggy, and Match. Coming in 3rd place, we have Match. She had a lot of wasted potential, and her redemption arc was never complete. Clock would have made a way better contestant on Ions than Matt and Flower. Overall, Clock would have been able to make Match's redemption arc official. Fortunately, that was wasted. Attention, everyone. We are now to our top 2, Clock and Eggy. One of these 2 is going to fall into the goated tier, but still will remain the best member of the strongest team on Earth. And the other will be crowned my favorite. But sorry, Poi fans, Eggy comes in 2nd place. She has become a way better contestant in Teapot than BFB, helping her team more, contributing more in challenges, having the teardrop arc. Boy be crying right now. Well, Eggy's the best member on the strongest team on Earth. At least I like Eggy a lot more than I used to. My favorite, Clock. It was very close to determine, for the very least. Very close. I literally could not decide. So I decided to relook on all of their characters. And just by a slope, Clock came out on top. So this is my entire list, from going to number 77 all the way to number 1. So, if you enjoyed this stream, leave a like. And if you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you in another video. Wait, I'm actually not ending the stream yet. So we can get someone in here. if you want to join, I'm putting the link to the StreamYard. So you can join. So if you want, you can join. I'll even pin this. So once it hits the 1 hour and 5 minutes mark, I'm gonna end the stream. Also, I'm gonna be doing a new live stream series on my channel, which is Red Corny's talk show. Basically, I'll be inviting an OC YouTuber every episode to do a little Q&A with the entire chat. It was actually pretty close for Eggy, Clock, and Match. Also, I think I'm gonna end the stream. And I'll see you in another one.